You may get a partial loss of power if your electric supply isn't working in a specific part of your home. If you don't have electricity anywhere in your home, it's likely to be a full power cut. To find out what's causing the partial loss of power, look at your fuse box, see if any other areas without power match the labels on the fuse box, such as downstairs lighting or kitchen sockets. Normally all individual switches on your fuse box should be lined up the same, pointing up. If one more in a different position, pointing down, that means the fuse is tripped, switching off the power to that circuit. If this is the case, try resetting it by flicking the switch up. If it trips again, you'll need to investigate further, as it could be one of these three things. This is the part of the fuse box that switches off the power if there's any problem. It should be labelled RCD on your fuse board. If the issue is with the RCD, it may have affected multiple circuits, so what you need to do is turn everything off, including the main switch, and turn things on in this order. The main switch, the RCD, then each individual fuse one by one. Some RCDs need to be pushed down before you push it up back again. If the RCD trips again when you turn a specific fuse back on, that tells you there's a fault on that circuit. If no fuse is tripped and RCD doesn't trigger again, the issue should now be fixed. Were you using something plugged in, then the power went off? This could mean the appliance is faulty. If you can't remember, turn off all the electric switches and unplug everything on that circuit. If the fault is in your kitchen, check that you've turned off all switches under your counters too for things like dishwashers. Next, try turning on the fuse back on the fuse box. If it stays up, start plugging everything back in and turn on each switch one by one. If the circuit trips again, you'll know which socket or appliance is faulty. To work out if it's a socket or the appliance, try plugging something else into the socket. If that works, you know the first appliance is the problem and will need repairing or replacing. The last option is that your lights may be causing the issue. In this case, turn off all your lights and try resetting the fuse. Best to do so while it's light outside. If the fuse doesn't trip, try turning the lights on one by one. If the circuits trip again, you'll know which light is causing the problem. It's worth remembering that a faulty bulb can also cause lights to trip, so you may find a bulb has blown, which just needs replacing. If you try these steps and no fuse is tripped, but you still have a partial loss of power, get in touch so we can book a repair. And please do make sure you check if your smoke or carbon monoxide alarms have been affected by power loss. If so, get in touch with us immediately.